Hello, people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm glad to be in your faces again. If you are a new subscriber, welcome to the family. If you are my active subscriber, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. And today, I'm going to be talking about a topic that will bring clarity to you as a Christian because I've noticed that a lot of Christians have issues with this particular area that I'm going to be talking about today. And I hope that this video brings you clarity upon it. And today's topic is going to be about calling. And somebody is like, oh, calling, I don't want to hear about it. Well, you need to hear about this particular video if you are actually watching it. Now, today I'm going to be giving you about 5 or 6 signs to show that you are called truly, but not as a pastor. Yes. A lot of people are afraid to become pastors, and a lot of ladies are afraid to become pastors or marry a pastor. But I've come to tell you that the calling upon your life is true, but not as a pastor. Let's dive into it. So, number one sign I'm going to be telling you today is that you love worshiping God. Yes, the fact that you love to worship God, you love to reference God, you love to proclaim the gospel of Jesus is a sign that you are called because it is not everybody who publicly declares Jesus. So the fact that you publicly declare Jesus is a sign that you are truly called to be a servant in the field of Christ, but not as a pastor that you think. So let out your fear, drop your fear, and now have a better understanding that truly God has called you to serve in his vineyard, but not as a pastor that you think. Number two sign that you are called is that you run away from public assignment. You run away from doing things publicly, whether in the church you are serving or in any organization that you are serving. When they want to put you in a position of leadership publicly, you don't like it. You would prefer to lead people maybe on a WhatsApp group instead of leading the team members in church. You love to do your things more privately than publicly because as a pastor, you are a leader of sheep. And shepherds does not hide themselves at the back of the sheep. They stay in front. So the fact that you don't like to stay in front is a sign that you are called, but not as a pastor. So that means that whatsoever calling God has given you, whatsoever capacity that you are serving at the moment is actually where God wants you to be, but not as a pastor that you are afraid to be. So once again, drop your fear, let out your fear. The calling of God upon your life is true, but not as a pastor. And that is the reason why you don't like public announcement, public assignment. You don't like to lead publicly. You would rather lead privately. You would rather lead in the hidden than in the open. Another sign that you are called, but not as a pastor, is that you love to help people. And it doesn't stop there. You love to help people anonymously. Yes, I know that is kind of linked to the second point, but this one is different. And the reason why it's different is because it is helping people. Some people have the calling of God, but they are not using it yet. And that is the difference between you that you are using it to help people, to make people become a better personality, to make people become a better person, to make people have better characters. You are already helping them, but you are not helping them for people to see. You would rather help them anonymously. You will be like, don't tell people I did it. Don't tell people I said. Oh, don't tell people I gave this. You would rather do your things anonymously. Don't put my name. Don't put my house address. Don't put anything concerning me. Let it just be done. You love to help people. You love to give people. You love to interact with people, but not where they will see you, not where your name will be announced. You would rather do it anonymously than publicly. That is the number three sign, the third sign that you are called, but not as a pastor. Because as a pastor, you have to most times declare yourself of doing a thing. So the fact that you don't want to be declared that you have done it is a sign that you are called, but not as a pastor. The fourth sign is that you have different personality. And I'm sure somebody is saying, is that personality disorder? No. What I'm trying to say is that you have a different personality when you are with your own people, and you have a different personality when you are with other people. Own people as well, your family, your friends, your close pals. But when you are outside, you have a different personality entirely. And that's why you realize that when you get back home, your parents, your mom, or your friends will be like, you were so different outside, or how did you do it? Well, it was not a deliberate or intentional thing to be different, but it is your wiring by God. That is how God created you. And that is a sign for you to know that you are called to serve in the vineyard of God, but not as a pastor. You have a different personality with your close pal and a different personality with people that you are just meeting. And it is very rare for you to make new friends because you don't want to get used to people. You don't want to get used to people. Not necessarily an introvert here. That can be a sign, but not necessarily an introvert. So the fact that you have different personality when you are home with your people and you have a different personality when you are outside with other people is a sign that you are called to work, to serve God, but not as a pastor that you think. Now, this is one major sign that I have actually noticed on a lot of people, but they don't want to believe. And it is the fact that you sense that you have a calling, but you don't want to accept it. Yeah, a lot of you sense that we have a calling for a particular thing, for a particular position, but we are scared to accept it because I don't want them to make me a pastor. I don't want them to make me leader. So the fact that you already sense that you have a calling, it's a confirmation that you have a calling. You don't have to look for your confirmation any longer. If you are watching this video right now, just know that you have a calling of God upon your life. And this is the confirmation. So you don't have to look for any confirmation anywhere. You don't have to think any other place. This is a confirmation to you that you are called, but not as a pastor. You are called, but not as a pastor. So once again, let out your fear, drop your fears, accept, embrace the graces that God has given you. Maybe not one, maybe not two, maybe not even 10. Everything that God has placed, the talents, the ideas, the visions, the dreams, the goals, everything that God has placed in you, embrace it, hug it, accept it, and begin to work in it. You are not a pastor, but you are called to do God's work. I hope that with these few points of mine, I've been able to put your mind at rest and let you know that you are called, but not in the way that you think. If you love this video, don't forget to like, comment. I would love to see your comment below. Make sure you share for people that you believe they need this video. And most importantly, subscribe. Let's keep building our family. Till I come back your way again, keep praying, keep believing. God is going to answer all of our prayers. Bye.